So, in retrospect, it looked like the umpire probably had that right, I thought. Initially, I thought maybe Hantuchova might have an argument, but when I saw the replay, I thought, no, the ball was just too far away from her.
Well, in the end, it didn't really matter, which is a good thing. But I'm going to disagree with you, Fitz. Is that all right? Because I think she stopped on the court. I think she might have scraped that back into court. I think she was right. I think she stops there. She could get that ball or get something on it.
Yeah.
It's a 50-50 call.
Well, maybe she could, but the umpire is deciding that she couldn't.
In the end, she breaks.
Yeah. So it's 2-all. Yeah, I'm going to defer to you from now on in any of these calls, Sam. But look, you know, I thought Darren there, it looked like Darren was telling Daniela just to play the next point, I think, get on with it. But worked out well for her in the end.
Might fire her up, actually. There's a little adrenaline rush there. She needs to get on it big time if she's going to win this match.
It's certainly the prerogative of the player to argue their case, and I thought she was very polite in the way she argued it. So that's her right. But Zhuan Zhang's not a lady to be intimidated.
Would you argue with Zhuan? I don't think you would
No.
you? You're a very sensible man.
She's certainly back into the action now, Hantuchova. Anyway, it has fired her up, and she's getting in control of this first set now. It's just too deep in the court, really, to attempt that pass. So 3-2 to Hantuchova, now back on serve. There's been some sighs of relief from Hantuchova. Her start in this first set was quite poor by her standards, but she's back on track now, leading 3-2.
All those Svazay serves do tend to go to the forehand side, and although you know, Hantuchova's had a difficult start to this match, she's the one making the plays. That was her 11th winner. Svazay's only hit 2, so she's the one pushing on out here.
I think Svazay would be well advised to stand in a bit closer towards the middle of the court, especially on this first court, because you're right, she fades the ball straight out to the forehand. She might get the first serve down to the backhand side, but if she has to hit a second serve, she's in trouble. Clever. Now her technique on that serve just fades the ball wide all the time, and it goes straight into the hitting zone of that Hantuchova forehand. So especially if she misses the first serve, she'll be under the pump from the first return of Hantuchova.
15, 14. That, for me, is the gameplay of Hantuchova. Really constructed the point well from the back of the court, attacked on the short ball and came in. And she can come in any time she wants on that right ball because she's got the hands. That actually was quite a difficult volley in the end because it got so low. I love that play from Hantuchova. She needs to bottle that.
She made the volley look easy. 2 break points.
Did look out.
Daniela just starting to have a few little negative thoughts about the central umpire because that did look
out. The instant reaction is usually the the right one.
Another break for Hantuchova. She leads 4-2.
Hantuchova leads 4.
There's James Blake, who comes up second here on Pat Rafter Arena. We saw him yesterday on this very court. Beat his countryman. And he's a force to be reckoned with if he hits form, James Blake. Loves this type of surface. He plays the Frenchman, Marc Duquel, in the second round, straight after this. Finally plays a really good point.
This is what she's capable of. You're always going to be on to win it if you can use a little bit of width against Hantuchova. Pulled her short and wide and found some space down that line. Plenty of space. Look at could park a jumbo jet down there.
Now that's good feel.
15.
You know, and I love the way she opens the racket face here. Just prepares really early, steps inside. And even when you hit that much height on the drop shot, if you hit it, you know, with that margin for error and just hit it over the net, you've got plenty of space there to hit it into. Good touch, good feel.
Correction, replay the point.
Yeah, well, there's no option this time but to replay the point. The call came quickly. The overall, well, the call came a fraction late, but the overrule came very quickly, and it was a good one.
15.
There's no alternative but to play that point over. So probably a little bit of justice there for Hantuchova, because inevitably if you have the upper hand in a point when an overall comes and you have to replay the point, it's very annoying for a player. So she felt like she was going to win the point previously and had to replay it. Svazay's just really gone missing, hasn't she?
She's sort of betwixt and between, isn't she? I think she's played too passively out here.